A cheerful good morning to you students. Today we begin Unit 3, Glimpses of the Past by S.T. Sawant. What is history? It is about the events of the past, and students always love to read history because it is a very interesting subject. The present chapter, Glimpses of the Past by S.D. Sawant, is about the history of our country from 1757 to 1857. The lesson gives us the details of the conditions that led to the first war of independence in 1857. It is also known as Mutiny of 1857 or Revolt of 1857. The entire events are given in 9 pictures, and in these pictures we see the great personalities and martyrs who directly or indirectly participated in the freedom struggle. The first picture shows the first celebration of Indian independence at the Red Fort on August 15, 1947. The great leaders like Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, Lal Bahadur Shastri and Indira Gandhi are shown. We also see the great singer Lata Mangeshkar singing a patriotic song in memory of the sacrifices of martyrs. The second picture takes us back to the times of East India Company, which established itself in India. The company had latest weapons and guns, but the Indian princes used to fight with swords. The Britishers made use of the internal conflicts among Indian kings. They supported the rival kings and later occupied their kingdoms one by one. The second picture also reveals how East India Company defeated the Indian princes through their policy of divide and rule. The third picture makes it clear that Britishers ruled India by divide and rule policy. Which policy? Divide and rule policy, which was based on strange practices like untouchability, child marriage, sati system, etc. What is remarkable about this picture is how the East India Company, which came to India as a trading company, gradually became a ruling company. The third picture also indicates how the Britishers cut the thumbs of Indian artisans and so that they would not be able to make good and artistic things anymore. They also made British goods free of import duty. So Indians were compelled to buy foreign products. This resulted in the death of Indian cotton industries. The fourth picture introduces Rajaram Mohan Roy, a great reformer from Bengal. He spread revolutionary ideas and taught people the greatness of Indian culture. Rajaram Mohan Roy's mission was to free India from British rule and to reform the Indian society from its social evils and practices. Picture 5 reflects a period of great oppression and injustice for the Indians at the hands of their cruel masters. It is unjustifiable to see the British courts passing a regulation that Indians could be sent to jail without a trial in a court. On the other side, the Britishers also oppressed and exploited the Indian cottage industries by importing foreign goods. It also resulted in the closure of Indian industries. In picture 6, we see a wave of dissatisfaction and hatred against British policies spreading in the society. Lord Macaulay introduced the spread of English language in India, but his purpose was to produce clerks for the British officials. Picture 7 is about the immediate cause of the revolt of 1857. It was the use of fat of cows and pigs in the greased bullets. The soldiers had to bite it before using them. The introduction of greased cartridges was done to spread communalism in India. Both the Hindus and Muslims felt insulted and refused to use them as it was against their religious sentiments. In picture 7, we also see Mangal Pandey. He was an Indian soldier and was the first to refuse the new cartridges. In picture 8, we have the actual revolt of 1857. Mangal Pandey was humiliated and put in prison. As a result, the revolt or the mutiny started at Meerut. Gradually, the revolt spread far and wide. Indians were brutally tortured and humiliated everywhere. The last picture shows how former rulers and leaders from all communities supported the revolt. Some of the prominent leaders included Begum Hasrat Mahal, Tatia Tope, Peshwa Nana Saheb, Kuwar Singh, Asimullah Khan and others.